They're playing lights out. Since the trade deadline, they are playing lights out. As of right now, they're the second betting favorite to win the Stanley Cup. I think that might be changing in the near future. They've won 6 of 7 games since the All-Star break. 6 of 7 games since the All-Star break, excuse me. And in those 7 games...
You mean the trade deadline?
What did I say, All-Star break?
You said All-Star break.
Yeah, I meant trade deadline.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Although it would be fun to take this team as they have it now and go back to the All-Star break and just run the rest, simulate it.
It would.
They've won 6 of 7 games since the trade deadline. And in those 7 games, they've outscored their opponents 31-12. That's absurd.
That includes a 1-0 loss to the Rangers.
Exactly. And the only loss, there's no such thing as moral victories. There's no such thing as good losses, although it's not the worst loss in the world. 1-0 to the Rangers. Let's hear from Jake Guentzel, the new guy, on his impressions so far of his time in Carolina.
It's been unbelievable here. The guys have taken me in. It's been a whirlwind, but nice to kind of relax now and play some games, and you get to know people in the game environment. So it's been a bit different for me, but it's been fun.
Do you know how I know things are going well? They're in the middle of a postseason push. They're chasing the Rangers, which doesn't seem as crazy as maybe it once did, right? The Rangers lost. They're winning a bunch of games. They are in the mix. They're trying to fine-tune everything, polish everything, and Guentzel goes, yeah, it's nice to relax. It's nice to chill a little bit, right? It's nice to relax and play games. That's when you know things are going well. When you're like, yeah, the games, they're the relaxing part. There's 2 questions I have, okay? Based on everything we just said. They're playing extremely well. The new guys have fit in extremely well. Some of the guys that have been on the team all year are leveling up. We'll talk about one in specific a little bit later on in the show. Is there any concern about peaking too early is one of my questions, right? Because as nice as it is to be the team playing the best in March, you want to be the team playing the best in June. And secondly, in what ways could they still get better? And I think the answers to those 2 questions unite. What I mean by that is there are still ways they can get better, which might inherently say they are not peaking right now. There are ways they could get better. One of them might be getting healthy and or working the injured players once they are healthy back into the lineup. Jack Drury has not really been around for this run. Teuvo Teravainen's been out. If those 2 guys come back, that's something to work on. You never want to get to the point where you feel like you're a finished product, right? Because in sports in general, but darn sure in professional sports and darn sure in professional hockey, it's true, right? You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying still. You might be trying to hold on, right? You might be trying to, you see a team on the back end of a dynasty trying to just not lose enough, not fall off enough that you can still win, but you're getting better or you're getting worse. You're moving in a direction. If Jack Drury comes back and they work him in and get used to him and get used to where he likes to be with whatever line he's going to be on, they'll be getting better. If Teuvo Teravainen comes back and they're getting used to him, getting him involved, and maybe improving the power play a little bit, which could still use some fine-tuning, that is an opportunity for them to get better. This is not a situation where they're going to be resting their starters down the stretch, going the NBA way, which is, we're not going to play them because we like the 2, the 3, or the 4 seed, and we don't really care which one we get. This is one where the Rangers are in striking distance. There's still obvious things they have to work on, and that is one of the better spots you can be for a team playing this well. Right? You want obvious answers when it's like, hey, what are these next 3 weeks about? You don't want it to be, well, I don't know. We're pretty good.
Let's just go play some games and call it a day.
No, you want it to be, we can still get used to Guentzel and Kuzi. We can still get a little bit healthier. We can still, Dennis asked this question earlier in the day, and I hadn't even thought of it. Do you find a place to start Spencer Martin for a game or 2? And then that's a whole other kind of fresh and new feeling for that game.
Yeah, they play tomorrow, they play Friday, and they play Sunday. I mean, you've had a lot of games over the last few days. I know you're working Freddie Anderson in. You have that nice rotation with Pyotr Kochetkov. Why not give Spencer Martin just a day? He's backed up several games, but why not just give him maybe Friday on the second day of a back-to-back third game in 4 days? You got to play again on Sunday. Why not give him a game in there? Be that fresh guy.
Just signed a 1 year, $775,000 extension for next year. Make him earn it.
Yeah.
Hey, go get your money, Spence.
You are one bad moment away from him being your number 2 goaltender, and then another bad moment away from him being the guy. Like that's so many. Here's
you
the
don't
thing.
put that evil on me, Ricky
I'm
Bobby.
not trying to put it, but it's a realistic situation that you are in. It doesn't hurt to give the guy some reps at this time of year. Not saying he's got to start 3 out of 5 games. Just give him a game.
Here's what it all comes down to, right? The Canes are playing really darn well, which is going to open you up to worry about things that you didn't worry about before because they were just low on the priority list, right? A month ago, 2 months ago, heck, in the first month of the season, if I would have come to you with I would like to get a little bit more production out of Teuvo Teravainen when he comes back healthy, you would have looked at me like, what? We need production from anybody, right? In that first month of the season. Or a month ago, 2 months ago, you would have said, you're goalie. Are you kidding me right now? We're about to have to start Spencer Martin, who we picked up off waivers like a week ago. You're worried about a third line being slightly more efficient. But guess what? Now that things are going well, you can start looking at those, all the way down the line. Right? I use house restoration as an analogy all the time. When you first buy the house, it's like, yeah, we got to make sure the foundation is stable. Right? When you first buy the house, it's like, I absolutely hate the kitchen. After you've lived in it for 4 or 5 years, you've knocked off all the big rehabilitation projects. Guess what? It's like, you know what? I want new cabinet hardware, right? You know what? I want to put a basketball hoop in the driveway, right? You can start looking at the stuff that would have been foolish to look at earlier because things are going well and the house looks nice. Things are going well. The Canes look nice. Start to worry about the details now because details could be the difference between advancing in the postseason and falling ever so close yet again.